everybody, this is Michael from Law Enforcement. Making a video right now. I'm on the way back from leaving my last job of the day. I want to make a video on why I don't agree with charging $1 a minute. Now, charging $1 a minute, I mean, it's definitely a good starting point. I wouldn't disagree with that at all. And a lot of people who are new in the business, obviously they're looking for good starting points, but once you start getting more and more established into the business and getting better and more efficient equipment, the reason I don't agree with charging $1 a minute, and I don't agree with charging by the hour either, which I highly doubt there's anybody or very few people charging by the hour. But the reason that I don't like charging $1 a minute is because, I mean, to me it's kind of apparent. It's obvious. When you charge, if you're push mowing somebody's yard and it takes you 60 minutes, I mean, that's $1 an hour, $60 an hour. That's fine, that's fair, but what happens when you go get, let's say, a 36-inch stand-on lawnmower or zero-turn, whatever you want to cut grass with that's faster than a push mower? Then what are you going to do? You're going to start charging people, if like prime example, the job I'm leaving right now, I used to have to push mow this yard, and I couldn't get my big main lawnmower through the back gate, so I push mowed this whole job. And if I would have charged these people $1 an hour with the push mower, then that would, you know, I'm trying not to say the price, but that would be a price. So if I use, when I upgraded to my stand-on 36-inch, I cut the time that it takes me to do this job in half. I mean, literally in half and maybe more. It used to take me an hour, maybe sometimes more, just depending on literally which way the wind was blowing. But now I can do this job in about 25 minutes. 25, 28, 30, really all still depends, but no more than 30 minutes. So if I'm charging $1 an hour and I just spent $8,000, $7,000 on a new stand-on lawnmower to make me more efficient, then why am I going to spend $7,500 on a piece of equipment to make me more efficient and give that savings to the customer? The whole point of buying efficient equipment is so you can make big money, the same amount of money, faster. It's not to make less money, you know. So the object here is not to spend more money and pass the discount or pass the savings on to the customer. Oh, well, you were only here 30 minutes, so it's a $30 job now. No, it's still a $60 job, because you spent your hard-earned money, invested it in yourself, in your business, to make that $60 faster. So now you could do 2 of those jobs in 1 hour and make $120 an hour. I mean, instead you'd have to, if you went with $1 an hour and you had 2 neighbors side by side, you would make $30 now after spending, I was going to say quadruple, way more than quadruple the amount on the equipment you're using. So now you're still making $60 an hour. What's the point of that? You may as well have kept the push mower and made more profit, because you had less of an investment in your equipment, which would give you higher profit margins. So that's why I don't agree with that. And the other thing is, I don't like charging by the hour, like especially on landscape jobs, because first of all, you'll never really figure out how many hours it's actually going to take, because like Murphy's Law, Keith Kalfas is always talking about it. It's 100% true. What will go wrong will go wrong, and there's no way around that. You can't possibly look at a job and tell me exactly how many hours it's going to take. you can't predict everything that's going to go wrong, and you can't predict a lot of stuff about jobs. No matter how long you've been doing it, there's always stuff underneath the surface. People say they got contract clauses to cover themselves with that, and maybe they do. That's fine, but nobody's happy when the price gets changed, whether you got it in your contract or not. They just stuck with you at that point. So I don't like charging by the hour, and every time I've ever charged by the hour, when I can't stand when I go to give a customer a price. Well, not that I can't stand it, but I hate when I go to give somebody a price and they say, would you be interested in working by the hour? And I say, I mean, I'm not going to say no. So I say, it depends. I don't really like to do that. Every time I work by the hour, it winds up not working out in my favor. And they say, well, what do you charge by an hour? What do you charge by the hour? And then when you say $40, $50, $60, the first thing they're going to do is, what? $60 an hour? You're just a little lawn care company, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, well, guess what? These people are like the lowballers in the lawn care industry. They're not taking into account what it costs to run a business, how much insurance costs, how much taxes you pay. They don't know how much gas you burn, how much your truck costs. Honestly, they don't care about it. Whether they know about it or they care about it, it doesn't really matter, because they're not going to tell you, oh, don't you have more cost than that? So everybody thinks that a fair price for a lawn care guy or a landscape guy, and you look less important when you're doing it by yourself. So everybody thinks like $20, $25 an hour. And when you go to give these prices, it sounds like, oh, $20, $25 an hour? Dang, that's not all that bad. That's pretty good money. I mean, if you got a $25 an hour job in the real world, I mean, you got a pretty decent job. You better hold on to that. But that don't cover your health insurance, the $25 an hour. Working for yourself doesn't cover your health insurance, which is $500 plus a month, and it goes up every single year, guaranteed. You can bank on it. Doesn't cover your truck insurance, which when you become a legit business, your truck insurance triples or maybe more. And then you start deducting all of these things out of there. Even if you didn't have any of those costs and you just paid for your gas, dude, you're like left with nothing. Seriously, you're left with nothing. And you know, it sounds good, but I'm telling you, it's not good. And maybe when you're first starting out, I understand. Believe me, I've been there before. You got to take what you get, and no money, any money is better than no money. Trust me. I've been there, and I'm sure we all still have days like that where we ain't doing anything. Why not go make something? But it gets to a point where you can't really have that mindset anymore, because it literally will cost you more money to go to that job than to not. So at some point, you kind of outgrow the $25 an hour, and it ends up costing you money. But you when you are a hard worker and you've invested like every penny you've made to continuously grow every year, every month, and you always have a new item inside your mind that you want next, you get really efficient. And the amount of stuff that you can do in 1 hour, it just isn't worth it. It isn't worth it in the end. When you're first starting out and all you have is a shovel and a rake, and you're doing some landscaping, then yeah, I mean, sure, you don't have any overhead really except gas. It's practically all profit, but you moving at such a slow pace that you're gonna come out to a decent amount of money in the end anyway. It's not gonna add up fast, and I've learned from experience $25 adds up way faster than $20. If you work for $20 an hour, I don't care how good it sounds, and it really doesn't matter how fresh you are. I mean, if you can afford not to take it, I would start practicing now saying no, because that is one of the hardest things about being in business, is saying no when you need to say yes. Okay? You need to say yes because you got bills to pay. So why would you say no when you ain't got anything else going on? It sounds a little contradicting and stupid, to be honest, but honestly, it's something about the way this world works. It is true. When nobody is ever gonna come to you You're never going to work out a deal with a customer and say, I want $50 an hour. And the customer says, oh, wow, I think that's a little too much. How about we do 20 or 25? No, but if you say, okay, sure, let's go ahead and do the $25 an hour. Nobody is ever going to chase you down at that point and say, hey, you know what? Hold up, buddy. You said you should get $50 an hour. You know what? Don't worry about the $25 an hour. I'm just going to go ahead and give you the $50 an hour because you look like a nice young man. So I'm going to go ahead and support you and give you the $50 an hour. No, nobody's going to do that. Nobody's going to chase you down and raise their negotiation that they just won in their benefit. The only way anybody is ever going to chase you down and call you back after you've left their house to agree to go with the original price that you said and you told them is if you say no and stick to your price. You got to stick to your price. And like I said a million times in this video, I know it's hard, believe me. But, I mean, it's like a girl. If you're dating a girl and she breaks up with you, you know, chances are if you text her, hey, come on, baby, let's go back. I'm sorry, I'll be a better person. Chances are she's not going to come back to you. But if she breaks up with you and act like you don't care and you say, fine, you're lost, I'm going about my business. Guess what? 9 out of 10 times, she's going to call you back. She's going to feel like, well, damn, maybe I really do need him. So, you know what? That's just the way the world works. A lot of times when you think what the right thing is, a lot of times it's not the right thing. If it's easy to do, then there's a 99.9% chance that it's not the right thing to do. And that's just the truth. If it's easy to do, chances are it is not the right thing to do. So that's my little rant about pricing in the lawn care business, lawn care industry. Yeah, you need to stick to your prices. You need to give a price, stick to it, know why you're worth it, believe why you're worth it. And it sounds easy to do, it's not, but the longer you give prices for $20 an hour, and the more times you go through those jobs and realize, and it's just like getting beat in the head, this is not worth it. Eventually, you realize that $20 an hour is not going to cut the cake. So, it's experience. You know, you can't beat experience. Experience is, I mean, that's the difference between applying information and not, because people can tell you until they blue in the face what you should do and why you should do it, but until you actually learn why, the real reason why, and it clicks in your brain and makes sense as to why you need to do it that way, then that experience can't be beat, and that experience can't be taught, it can't be preached. And when you reach that point is when you are going to notice a big difference in your business. So, Michael with Law Enforcement, hope everybody's having a blessed day. I got some work coming in, getting some phone calls all day, every day, cutting grass, kind of crazy, but I got like 3 or 4 calls today at different, 2 of them were at the same time, and the other 2 were spaced out throughout the day. But it's crazy, all 4 people just wake up and decide, hey, you know what, I think I need my grass cut. So, hey, they did it, and that's fine with me. So, again, have a blessed day, guys. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like the video. It helps me out a lot. I've been contemplating. I bought a 4-position trimmer rack from Green Touch Industries, and I got something that they sent it to me, and the lock was locked. So I had to drill out the lock, and then they wound up saying, don't worry about it, we'll just send you out another piece. The racks are fully functional and they totally work. I have an extra lock too. All I have to do is put a new lock in there, and I can it'll be totally functional. The only thing is the little back end piece is a little drilled out from when I was drilling through the lock, but it has no effect on how it works and anything about it. So I've been contemplating if I want to give that away. Green Touch did not supply that for a giveaway video. Believe you me, they did not. So I've been thinking if I get to 1,000 subscribers, which I know seems like a long ways away, maybe I'll do 500. I don't know. Let's just see the channel grow. And when the channel grows and I feel like we're moving along at a steady pace, I'm going to pick a random draw. And I'm going to put everybody's name in a hat. Or maybe I noticed It's His Turf had some kind of software that went through and it picked a random winner in the comments section. So comment on this video, like it, subscribe to the video, the channel, and I'm gonna pick a lucky winner for a 4-position. It's the new green one by Green Touch trimmer rack, and I'm gonna pick a lucky subscriber and give that to him. So thanks again for watching, guys. Have a blessed day. This is Michael with Lawn Enforcement. Take it easy. Peace.